Well, Lou says the White House is waiting to take action on amnesty until after the elections. If Jessica Vaughn is right, it already has something in the works. She's with the Center for Immigration Studies. Explain what's going on here, Jessica.
Well, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, which is the agency that processes immigration benefits like green cards and work permits, has issued a notice saying they're looking for a contractor who will have the ability to make as many as 34 million new work permits and green cards over a 5-year period starting next year, which is a huge increase over the number of green cards and work permits that that agency normally would issue. Normally, you know, in the last year, it's been more like about 2.5 million, you know, a million new green cards, just over a million work permits, and 500,000 replacement cards. So we're talking, you know, almost 7 million a year is what they're planning on possibly doing if, you know, and it looks like that someone's given the order to go ahead and start planning for this executive action, that they haven't told the public what they're planning. They haven't told Congress what they're planning, but they obviously have a plan.
All right, that plan would involve then, by extension, if you're right, you know, 7 million, you know, amnesties, for want of a better expression. That is in the offing, and this is sort of greasing the skids for it.
Yeah, they're telling the agency to prepare to get ready to do this, even though it hasn't been passed by Congress. It was rejected by Congress, and they, as I said, they haven't told the public yet. But clearly, they're getting ready to move as soon as they feel, I guess, that it's politically safe.
All right, so the president has telegraphed that you know, something like this could be coming after the election. This would seem like he would have, at least administratively, his ducks in order that could allow for granting potentially millions of illegals here permanent status, right?
Right. Even though, well, only Congress can grant permanent, can decide who gets permanent status.
Well, I guess I misstated and wasn't clear. This could at least secure millions not getting deported.
Right, and give them permission to work here, because of course there's a big difference between just, you know, having ICE officers look the other way, which they already do, but actually giving people permission to legally work here in huge numbers at a time when, of course, the labor market here is really kind of dismal right now. So
does the president have the power to do this? You touched on this. He's going to force this issue, if you're right. I'm sure you'd be challenging the courts on this. What is the likelihood of a long legal battle on this?
Well, I think in the near term, what is more likely to happen is that at least one branch of Congress would be willing to try to take steps to curtail funding for this, because, you know, our immigration benefits are issued on a fee-funded basis, so they have to collect fees from people before they can give out benefits. But what they did with the DACA program, Deferred Action for Dreamers, is they used the money from people who were sponsoring legal immigrants to process the Dreamers, and they charged them a discount rate for their work permit. It looks like they're planning that same kind of sketchy funding arrangement for this executive action, and that's where Congress stands the most likelihood of trying to challenge them on it, in addition to possible legal remedies.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a messy opening to the new legislative year regardless. Jessica, thank you very, very much.